Welcome, everybody. This is Night Saber Z42, and we're back with some more of the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. In the last episode, we did our big puzzle. We found out that Reverend has a kid, even though he's a Reverend in a church. And now we analyze some poisons and stuff. And actually, this, want to kind of mention that doctor over there looks kind of creepy. And I'm not talking about this doctor. I'm talking about that doctor all the way down there with the glasses that looks like some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Anyways, I read through this whole thing, and basically what you need to know is that this guy was trying to recreate the Scarecrow's plot in Batman Begins by poisoning the water reserves for London. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yo, bro.
According to these documents, Hans Schielmann, known as the Rat Killer, was considered the greatest specialist in chemical poison in the world.
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no. He has been held in the high-security wing of London's Westgate prison for many years now.
Then he cannot be the one who concocted the poison.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard, the man is exceptionally intelligent. For the greatest criminals, prison is but a mere obstacle. Let's plan a little visit to see Mr. Schielmann tomorrow. I haven't finished my analysis.
What? More stuff. What? What else is there to do?
I haven't finished my analysis.
Darn you, Holmes! Talk to me, Watson, bro.
I haven't finished my analysis.
What else is there? Is this it? Didn't I already do this? Oh, no, okay. Investigation into the Bishop of Knightsbridge murder. So, the Bishop gnawed at himself finger. The Bishop tore his aggressor's finger off with his teeth. Flask. The broken flask has some blood at its top, and poison. The flask contains a poison that causes madness. Okay. The Bishop went mad. The broken flask has some blood on top. The murders made the Bishop drink the contents of the flask. The flask contains a poison that causes madness. The murders had a poison that causes madness. Yeah. Am I done now?
Perfect.
Yes.
Well done, Watson. Our board is finished. It confirms that the Bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves.
Educated. Hey, I got a badge. Oh, I know what that is. That's, yeah, I got some stuff. These little... Okay, so these are little achievement things. Cool. Can I go to bed now? Wait, what am I supposed to do? What? Go all the way... Just plan a little visit to Schielmann tomorrow. So do I need to go... Nope. Is there anything left for me to do?
I haven't finished my analysis.
What? I thought we just did that. Oh, what was that? Okay.
I haven't finished my analysis.
Let me just do this. So what am I missing? I am apparently missing something then. I don't... Oh, where's this?
That's not right.
Oh, I have to make a... Whitechapel Cemetery. Is that it?
The public dispensary number 4661. It's just opposite the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
Yes, Watson. The murderer with the missing finger must work in the cemetery, or at least visit it. He could have taken a rope, one of the type they use to lower the coffins into the graves. The granite is minute particles of tombstone.
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalpel from the dispensary opposite.
You remember Wiggins and his gang, the Baker Street irregulars?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
I think he's here.
Man, how old is that kid? He's an old man.
Mr. Holmes?
Wiggins, my young friend, have you found the information for which the good Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand. Here are a few pennies.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives near Kensington.
Does he live alone?
Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes, no one saw me.
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a reward for his discretion.
Here we go again. But of course... I'm falling asleep, Holmes. Aren't you tired?
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short. We leave at dawn.
Wow, this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories.
No
I
kidding.
want to know what happens next. Keep reading.
No.
I'm going to.
It's about murder.
Ah, I want to listen to.
Can't believe you're reading an adult book.
My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it.
Thank you, Watts, for taking it over. The next day at
Good
dawn.
morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think that we might follow 3 trails. We can visit Whitechapel to try to discover the identity of the murderers by making inquiries at Dispensary 4661 and at the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
The poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to Westgate Prison first to see Hans Schielmann.
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street irregulars. I have located each place on our map of London.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
Man, I wonder how old Wiggins is, because, I mean, when he first used him, it was like... Well, 1880 something. You know what? Shut up, game. If I want to run, I'll very well damn run when I'm ready. So as I was saying, I think Wiggins is like 30 in a child's body. Let's go to the Westgate jail.
Westgate Prison.
Let's interrogate Spielman first. Hopefully we can do that. Choose what we want to do
Here
first.
we are at the famous Westgate Prison, one of the oldest and surest in the kingdom.
I've heard that it is soon going to be demolished. Don't you find it strange that it still houses criminals as dangerous as Hans Schielmann?
There's nothing strange about it, Watson. The name of this prison is linked with numerous failed escape attempts. As long as it stands, the criminals will fear it.
We're good. What's with the intense music?
Good morning, gentlemen. Are you expected?
No, but we wish to meet with one of your prisoners, Hans Schielmann.
I'm afraid that at the moment that is impossible. Access to the cells is controlled strictly. You can't go there without permission from the director.
Then would you be so good as to announce us? I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
The famous Holmes and Watson. What an honour. My name is Brighton. Frank Brighton. I'm afraid I can't announce you. I'm not allowed to leave my post, under any circumstances. But I'm sure that the director won't refuse to see you, even without an appointment. Do you see the corridor behind the reception? Follow it to the secretary's office. You'll find him there.
Thank you, Warden Brighton. One last thing. Hans Schielmann received any visits lately?
None. And I'm sure because I've dealt with receiving visitors for several weeks now. I volunteered because it's a calm post to be in. We don't get many visitors and it gives me time to write. Just like you, Dr. Watson. I enjoy literature and the...
Very good. Thank you.
That was very impolite, Holmes. That man admires our work. You could have given him...
Another time. Let's go and meet the director of the prison.
Wow, Holmes is such a douche in this game. Anyways, man, I don't know what is up, but the music, that was kind of really weird music for such just a nonchalant scene. So I'm gonna, of course, go back and turn it down just a little bit more. We'll be going towards the back. Low security level, administration, and high security. Oh, is this admin right here?
Sorry, but this area is prohibited without a pass. Please leave.
Well, let me go to Ticketmaster real quick.
We must see the prison director quickly.
Yeah, I'll just go to Ticketmaster and buy my subscription for Six Flags, you know.
Cleaning materials, otherwise known as a broom cupboard. Nothing of interest here.
No, I will run now. Run! Run away from the Watson. Such intense. Is that fire? I thought that was like a candle sticking from a pipe. Cloak room. For your cloaks of invisibility. Your check room. Secretary. Let's go in there. Hey, secretary's a lady. Who would have thought?
Good morning, miss.
Oh, excuse me, I dropped off. Good morning, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We would like to talk to the director.
I'll just go and see if he can receive you.
Thank you. Now get going.
Tiredness, pale face, stiffness. I believe that the young lady is expecting a happy event.
What?
It seems so.
Are you kidding me? Look at our notes.
This small rack is for urgent letters to be given immediately to the director.
How about that?
This charming secretary is Miss Jenny Patterson.
Miss Jenny Patterson. Look at her tea stuff.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Drink her tea. And crumpets.
Hot tea.
Ha-ha! Did you gain like any XP for that discovery?
The director's office.
Husband and wife.
Delighted to meet you, Mr. Holmes. I am Paul Patterson, director of this establishment. You wish to talk to me? I hope this unexpected visit isn't to announce bad news.
No, do not worry. We are investigating an affair of the highest importance, one which could potentially affect the security of the kingdom. Therefore, it is imperative that we interview one of your prisoners, Hans Schielmann.
Hans, the rat killer. He's been in here for a long while now, and he's had no contact with the outside. How could he be involved in such an affair?
That is what we would like to find out.
And you have been commissioned by Scotland Yard?
Evidently.
A pass. Give me your pass.
Very well. I have complete confidence in you, Mr. Holmes. I will draw up a pass that you should give to Warden James.
Might have made the slightest study of anthropology, would have noted the similarities between the young lady and her father.
Mr. Holmes is right, I am his daughter, but he doesn't like to talk about it. I think he's afraid of being accused of favoritism.
I'm sure it was your qualities alone which secured you this position, miss.
If you must try out your powers of seduction, then what do you say about using them on the rat killer?
I like the way his eyes are moving.
Goodbye, miss.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
You know, I'm kind of torn. I kind of like the way that we're handling this investigation, but I kind of hate Sherlock's douchiness for it. I mean, the way that he's handling it, it's kind of like, oh yeah, we're kind of like slightly above the law because we know everything, but yeah, it's kind of like Robert Downey Jr.'s interpretation. I have my pass now.
Sorry, but this area is prohibited without a pass. Please leave.
Really? Let me equip my pass so I can go ride the roller coaster.
Ah, you've got a pass for the high security area. It's the door at the end. Go ahead.
Cool. Now I shall go. Oh, I want to look at the bulletin board.
This information board is almost empty. Strange, in view of the activity in the prison.
How about this book?
It is about the signing-in book.
How about this jar? Which we're going to look at from all the way over here, apparently.
It is potassium nitrate, isn't it?
Yes. Saltpeter or whatever.
Okay, that was kind of weird. Glitch. Okay. Aha, I'm gonna look at your desk. Oh, maybe not.
My name is Peter James, Chief Warden, and this is Deputy Warden O'Sullivan.
I imagine I will find Hans Schielmann behind these bars in the basement.
Yes, the high security cells are down there.
Is this the only access?
Yes, there was a second door at the end of the main hall, but it's been blocked up as a security measure.
Thank you, Chief Warden.
At your service. If you require further information, Warden Mackenzie will help you. He's at his post in the basement.
How about inmates?
Tell me about the prisoners, Warden James.
We only have a few. As you might be aware, the days of this place are numbered. Therefore, we no longer receive new prisoners. Those who are already here are among the most dangerous in London. We have 3 at the moment. Hans the Rat Killer and the Flint Brothers.
The Flint Brothers?
Okay.
Yes, 2 rather simple-minded maniacs who detest one another despite their relation. They massacred their parents and decapitated their neighbours. It took more than 9 policemen to overpower them.
Like 9 apiece or 9 in total for 2 guys? Because that'd be like 4.5 police officers to get both of them.
Mr. Holmes, I am a huge admirer of yours. I have followed all your cases and successes with the greatest interest.
What enthusiasm. Have you ever thought of a career in the police force?
Have I thought about it? It's my dream. And I'm going to try my chance once this establishment closes down. I'm studying hard for the examination to get into police school.
Look at the whips and chains on the back. How about the information?
There isn't any information on the notice board. Should there be notes about duties?
Yes, there should be, but Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guards' assignments for this week yet. It's not like her. Usually she does it first thing in the morning. Without these instructions, the guard in the basement won't be changed. I would go and get them, but I don't want the director to catch me there. He's very strict. Doesn't like us wandering around when we're on duty.
A quest?
And it will get his daughter in trouble. He's not being very pleasant with her at the moment. I don't want to make things worse.
Should we go get it? Index cards?
How does not having the information about guard duty stop you from ensuring the watch in the basement?
Because of the system of opening the doors, Mr. Holmes. As you can see, they are equipped with a mechanical timer which answers to a code. When the timer stops, that is to say at the end of each watch, the doors block automatically and the code is reset. It is therefore impossible to open the doors without the new code.
Ow.
And who has the code?
Only the guard who takes the new watch. He's the only one who can open the envelope that it's kept in. He learns it by heart and destroys the message.
Very clever.
Wow.
But let's look at the limits of this procedure. One false note and the system falls apart.
Goodbye.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, let's go and look at this guy's desk.
The guards must spend long hours here.
Yes, they do. Now let's go down. And I'm gonna look at this bell too while I'm at it.
This device must be the alarm.
You are correct, sir. Quick, let's run down the stairs and not break our neck falling down.
Here's the famous high security area.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Good morning, Warden. I have a pass which allows me to speak with prisoner Hans.
Very well. It is the cell at the end to your left. I'd advise you to walk in the middle of the corridor.
Yeah. 2 bros. I like how they put them like right across from each other. Yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Try and grab me? There shouldn't be anybody else left. Because there's only 3 prisoners, yeah. Yo, bro. Wake up. Need to talk to you. Wow, look at that hair.
Hans Schielmann, I require some information from you. So, who do we have here? The celebrated Sherlock Holmes himself. Do you know that for all the time I have spent rotting in here, you are my first and only visitor?
How do you know my name?
I think this is cause for celebration. A confrontation between two geniuses, two extraordinary minds. I'm afraid that you are not quite as great a chemist as you believe you are, Mr. Shielman. I will not say that you never were. No, it was certainly true once. But you see, while you are whiling away your days in here, it appears that someone on the outside is at the point of surpassing you, if that is not already the case. Yes, I heard about that. A chemical poison that eats away at the flesh and provokes hysteria. I recognize talent when I see it, but it's only a matter of time before I win back my laurels, believe me. What can you tell me? That depends on what you can bring to me.
Information!
What do you want? Do you know why I am treated so harshly? For my meals, I am given nothing but a hunk of bread. And even then, not just any sort. Get to the point. Never interrupt me! Where was I? Oh yes, the bread. Did you know that with a little rye yeast, a pinch of moss, certain cockroach secretions, just enough light and damp, with a few other ingredients that I will keep quiet about, I succeeded in poisoning half the staff here. Unfortunately, a little something was omitted, which would have made the results fatal. Instead, it merely caused acute attacks of stress and powerful hallucinations. Even so, I got a great laugh out of watching them cry like babies when they saw their most primitive fears materializing before them.
Okay.
You are a monster, Mr. Shielman.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment.
But of course it was! You others, you ordinary, narrow-minded people, you are afraid of anything that you cannot comprehend. You call me a monster because what you find impossible to face is just the slightest fraction of my genius. If by monster you mean someone who is nothing like you, then it is a compliment.
A pen? Something about a pen?
What do you need? Very little. Just something to write with. You see, my brain races like an engine with too many thoughts. I see them crackle and explode into thousands of formulae right in front of me. What a torture not to be able to write them down. What a hell to see them vanish just as quickly as they appear to me. Just bring me something that I can write with.
That's all. That seems an easy enough request to fulfill.
But listen, I don't want a vulgar inkwell and a pigeon's feather. No, I need material fit for my talent. I want my ink pen. Bring it to me, and I will be happy to pass on to you a little of my knowledge of modern chemistry. Where is it? It was confiscated upon my arrival here. I suppose it might be in my locker, in the locker room. Leave me now, and don't come back without my ink pen.
Goodbye!
See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
That's more like he needs the ink for some sort of chemical thingy. Yeah. How do I get out? Is it up here? Nope. Okay. How about through here? Yes, open the door! Let's go find this guy's ink. Can I talk to you to figure out where his stuff is being kept?
I'm glad to have been of service.
Prisoner's things.
Can you tell me where I might find the locker room?
In the corridor that leads to the director's office. That's where the prisoners' civilian stuff is held. But seeing the length of their sentences, they've little chance of ever getting it back.
Key!
Can you open the locker room for us? We would like to inspect Shielman's personal items.
No, Mr. Holmes. I'm not responsible for that. You will find the keys in the secretary's office.
Okay, let's go
See
meet
you
the
later,
secretary.
Mr. Holmes.
Let's go back to the secretary and get all this. Hey, look, some more whips and chains. Okay. Back to administration. And the check room. Wait, was it the cloak room? You think it could be the cloak room? Entryway. And this is the cloak room. And so, yeah, it could be the cloak room that's actually the locker room. This is the secretary, so let's go talk to Miss Patterson once again.
Miss, may we borrow the keys to the locker room?
You will need authorization from the director to open that door. If you wait a moment, then I will inform him.
We will wait, thank you.
Alright, buddy. Give me the keys.
You, Mr. Holmes. Is your investigation advancing?
Yeah, look at those eyeballs looking at me all weird.
Mr. Holmes, have you been able to get what you wanted from our lodger?
Not yet. We must first cast light upon a crucial point, and for that we require your help again.
What can I do?
Unlock the locker room.
We need to examine Shieldman's civilian clothing.
Very well, but be extremely careful.
What do you mean?
In that madman's compartment, you will find a strange little coded case which refused point blank to open when he was incarcerated. We did try to force it, but without success.
Ooh.
Didn't you ask the experts?
Of course we did. Experts from Scotland Yard came to examine it, but they came to the conclusion that it was better that the case remained shut than
Didn't ask me.
too much.
I see. They were afraid that some poison or other might escape if it was opened.
Exactly. Bear in mind that this man is an evil genius, a master poisoner, and that his poisons are never ordinary.
Okay, give me the keys then.
Here's the key to the locker room. I give you the authorization to open it.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Patterson.
Miss Patterson, the guards are still waiting for you to put up the duty list. Do it as soon as possible. Without it, the changing of the guard cannot take place. Or had you forgotten?
Yes, she has forgotten. Boo-hoo-hoo. It's your damn job.
Dry your tears, miss. I'm certain that your father didn't mean to hurt you.
Mr. Watson, I can't put up the duty list. And when he finds out, he'll be furious.
Why can't you?
It's in my locker, in the cloakroom, and I've lost the key.
Your aunt.
Say no more, Holmes. As you keep repeating, time is against us. Let's go and look at the things in the rat killer's locker.
I thought the cloakroom was the locker, but I guess not. So this is the check room.
Closed.
Closed. Well, I got a key, so let's use the bunch of keys. Okay, so here we go. Is this it?
Here is the locker of our friend, Hans, the mad scientist.
Oh yeah, we're totally gonna bust that up.
A paper knife.
Now, give me. I want it.
Blotting paper.
Give it to me.
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
It's chemical formula. As soon as the catastrophe came to be known, the alarm from mouth to mouth was blown, and the cry rang out all over the town. Good heavens! The Tay Bridge is blown down, and as passenger train from Edinburgh, which I'm going to visit, which fill all the people's hearts with sorrow, and made them to turn pale. Because none of the passengers were saved to tell the tale, now the Pigsters disaster happened on the last Sabbath day of 1879, which will be remembered for a very long time. William Topaz McGonagall. Wonder. Oh, wait, hold on.
Poem in Hans's handwriting.
For a second there, I was like hoping that it wasn't going to be something. Oh, great. All the letters that were missing in the actual.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
What?
I can't.
What is this? Okay.
Nothing of interest here. Nothing of...
All the letters that were missing in the poem, like V and E, I have no idea. I'm actually all out of time for this episode anyway, so feel free to leave a comment down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and check the description down below for my Facebook and Twitter information. I'm always looking for a few more friends, and don't forget to check the annotations at the end to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and for the series playlist. I'll see you in the next video.